My boys, welcome, boys. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the stream. We are live right now, boys. Boys, we are live. We have just gone live. We have just gone live. My boys, welcome, boys. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the stream. Alright, y'all, boys, time to start the stream, bruh. Let's get it.
It's sunset on Friday, I'm stuck on the highway, it's been a while. I'm late to the party, you already started the sparkling wine. I need to find a spark to keep me from the dark. I'm looking for a fire start tonight to light me up all around. 'Cause you're the only one I'm thinking of. Don't let me burn to the ground. I wasted time, these city lights, still I can't get you out my mind. I need a fire start tonight. I'm looking for a I'm down in the mirror.
Damn. Alright, y'all, boys, bro. Alright, y'all, boys, bro.
I'm looking for
Alright, y'all, boys, men, alright. Welcome to the stream, y'all. Damn, I got sweaty from that. Welcome to the stream, man. So, as usual, I got some questions ready and I'm gonna be solving them. So, I got some. So, I'm gonna continue these ones. So, yesterday, this is the last one I solved yesterday. Then we got some bit manipulation, maybe. And then we got some general questions. So let's start then. Let's start. Okay, the first one, actually so the fizz buzz. The fizz buzz. 1 to 15. Okay, so I'm gonna have 1 to 15. So if it's I already kind of noticed by heart. So if I is divisible by 3 and I is divisible by 5, I'm gonna see out fizz buzz. Else if which one was if I is divisible by 3, we're gonna see out fizz. Else if I is divisible by 5, we're gonna see out buzz. And for every number which is not divisible by I and not divisible by 5 and not divisible by I and 5, we're just gonna see out that number like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, let me just make sure. So fizz if it's divisible by 3, yes. Buzz if it's divisible by 5. Fizz buzz if divisible by both, yes. Okay, so that should work now. So we get, okay, I think I messed something up. Oops, okay, I'm not. This has to be like this, like that. Okay, so we get 1, 2, 3 is fizz. Yeah, then we get 4, we get 4 and buzz, then we get Fizz again for 6, 7, 8. Fizz. 9 is divisible by 3. 10 is divisible by 5, so that's buzz. 11 is not divisible by any. Fizz, that's 12, which is divisible by 3. And then we got 13, 14, and then we got fizz buzz, which is 15, and we're gonna even make this more like a real problem where we don't have a fixed hard-coded value, but it's gonna be imported by the user. So let's say 100. Let's say 100. There we go. So 99 is fizz. Yes, 100 is buzz. And this is more, and this is working as expected. Okay, guys. So that's it for that one. Okay, next one. So we're gonna find the greatest common divisor. The greatest common divisor. So we can do Euclidean algorithm. We can do, we can do Euclidean algorithm. We can use the built-in GCD function. Now, usually, if there's a built-in function in the language for the algorithm you're trying to apply, it's always best to use the built-in function instead of making your own function, because one, it takes time, and two, you might mess up, and then you wonder where you messed up, especially if you're in a contest. You need to make sure if there is a built-in function for the algorithm which you're trying to implement, just use a built-in function. But in this case, this is the question, so I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do this. Okay, so we're gonna get A and B and B. Now we can do Euclid, and this is while B does not equal 0. Temp is, what was it? I think it was A% B. A is equal to B and B is equal to temp, I think, if I'm not wrong. And then the answer is gonna be inside A. The answer is gonna be inside A. So we're gonna return A. Let's see out Euclid of and B. So GCD oops. So this is 24 and 36. 24 and 36. So that's 24 and 36. This is 12. Calculate. Yes, it is 12. So I correctly implemented the Euclidean algorithm. Something like that. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, it's called the Euclidean algorithm, I'm pretty sure. So basically, let's dry run this. So A is, what was it, 24. A is 24, B is 36, right? Yeah, so what happens here? So first iteration. So B is equal to 36, which is not equal to 0, so we're gonna go inside. Then we're gonna set temp. Temp is gonna be equal to A% B, which A is 24 and B is 36. Since 36. And basically, when you module a smaller number by a bigger number, it is going to give you the smaller one, I'm pretty sure. So it's me, 24 module 36. Yeah, that gives me, whenever you module a smaller number by the bigger, it's gonna give you the smaller. So now we're gonna set, so now A is gonna be equal to 36, and then B is gonna be equal to 24. Okay, and basically the answer is always gonna be inside A. And in the Euclidean algorithm, what we do is we get, every time we do GCD of A minus B and B where A is greater than B, and each time B becomes greater than A is gonna be equal to B. Okay, so this is basically what this swap is doing right here. All right, and now where we saw B becomes 24. So on the next iteration, B is equal to 24, which is not equal to 0. All right, so then temp is equal to 36 modulo 24, which should be like what? I mean, we don't need to guess. So 24 is 12, and 12 is our answer. So this is 12. Then we're gonna set, then A is equal to B, so A is gonna be equal to 24, and then B is gonna be equal to 12, as we can see. Then B is equal to 24, not to 12, which is not equal to 0, and then temp is equal to 24 modulo 12, which is equal to 0. And now A is going to be equal to B, which is 12, and B is going to be equal to 0 because temp is 0. And right now B is equal to 0, so break, and answer is in A, which is 12, and we return A. Okay, that's how that works. Nothing too, it's not that maybe looks a little scary at first, but once you write it, once you look at all the steps, and you maybe even write it out on pen and paper, then you're gonna understand it. So this is the most optimal way to find the greatest common divisor. So let me type in some other numbers, maybe like, I don't know, something like this, and maybe like, maybe, I don't even know, something like this. So that's 5. So let's check 125 and whatever. Yeah, that's 5. Now we're gonna do the more naive way of finding our greatest common divisor, which basically is the following. So we're gonna set I to min of A comma B, then until, well, I is greater than equal to 1, I minus minus, we're gonna say if A divided by I is equal to 0 and B divided by I is equal to 0 remainder, then we're going to see out I, and we're gonna break. So why are we starting from the minimum? Because the greatest common divisor cannot be bigger than the smaller number, otherwise it's not gonna be a common divisor. Hi bro, hello career of Psy, how are you? Welcome to the stream, bro. How are you, man? Hi there. So yeah, and that's gonna give the same result. So let's do again 125 and 515, and as we can see, we get the same result, but this is much slower than this. This is much slower than this, because like Euclidean algorithm time complexity. If we check, so it's log, so the time complexity of the Euclidean is log min AB, and the time complexity of this is O of min AB. So this is O of min AB, which can still take a while, and then this is O of log min AB, which is much faster. I am fine, bro. I'm glad to hear that, bro. Glad to hear that. So, are you a student? Are you working in the field? Like, at what point of your journey are you? I'm curious to know if you could tell me. At what point in your journey are you? Okay, so pretty sure that's it for that one. So, okay. So the least common multiple is nothing but, I mean, when you got the GCD, it's like LCM. So it's basically just 8 times B over the GCD. So it's not too crazy. So we can just, let's comment this out, and then we can just say this is A times B divided by the GCD of A and B. Okay, so let's find the LCM calculator. Least common multiple, and this is what, 6 and 8. This is 6 and 8. Okay, I need to finish the spelling of that. That's 24, so 6 and 8. Yeah, that's 24. Hello, hi, hi, bro, welcome. Can you explain roughly again the GC code? I mean, so right now, so this is the naive version, okay? This is the slower approach. So we set I to minimum of A and B because the greatest common divisor cannot be greater than the smaller number. So if we have 12 and if A is 12 and B is 24, we're gonna pick the minimum of 12 and 24, which is 12, because obviously if the number goes beyond 12, that means that it will not be a greatest common divisor. And this in some cases can speed up the process a bit, but it's generally O of min AB. And then we just alright, man. I mean, I did explain the pseudocode. If you want, you can just go watch a tutorial, because you can just go watch a tutorial if you want. So the Fibonacci then. Or you can, bro, if you really want, you can just rewind the stream and like, I mean, you don't need to know C++, bro. If you rewind the stream a little bit, I already explained like both the most optimal approach and the naive approach. So just if you want to hear my explanation, just go back or watch it again after the stream is over. And if you want to hear another explanation, you can just Google it or just find a YouTube video, because I already explained it, man. I already explained it. You don't need to know C++. This is how you do it in any programming language. I mean, you will do the exact same in Python. Basically, in Python is the exact same. Okay, so I'm thinking of, so the first 10. So I'm gonna do a vector of Fibo, and then I'm gonna go push back 0, and then I'm gonna do push back 1, and then okay, so now back to the actual solving. Back to the actual solving, which is what I'm here to do. Okay, so so all right. So the first 10 Fibonacci. Okay, so I already did. Let's search sequence. So I already did push the first two. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So I'm gonna start the loop from maybe 2, and I'm gonna go until 10. And this is not that difficult. Basically, we just need to say, we're gonna say current is gonna be Fibo of dot size minus 1 plus Fibo of Fibo dot size. Oops, it has to be square. Fibo dot size minus 2. So why will this work? This will work because we already have the first two pushed in the array, right? And basically we're just gonna get the last one and then the second last one, and that's how the Fibonacci sequence works. So these are the first two, then these two get the next one. So 0 plus 1 is 1. The 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, and so on. And that's why this is gonna work. And then let's say, oh, and we also need to do Fibo dot push back of current. And then let's just see out all of them for num in this. We're just gonna see out that. Okay, and there we go. 0 1 1 2 2 3 3 5 5 8 13 21 34 55. Okay, so there's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So actually I don't need to go. I already have the first two, so I'm gonna start from 3 until 9. I think 21 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so it's gonna be until 10. Okay, there we go. So now if we want the 10th. Oh, we write the first 10. Okay, so basically we did it already, but let's see in a, let's not use a hard-coded value. Let's see in something, and then we're gonna get to the corresponding one. Okay, so if we want 10, we're gonna get the first 10. If we want okay, I know how it works. Let's see a whole a more lengthy sequence. So let's say we want 11. That should be until 55. There we go. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay. Hi, the alchemist. Hi. Okay, so that's the 11. So the next one should be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So the next one should be 89. Yeah, 89. There we go. Okay, and that's it for that one. And the last question here is palindrome number. Okay. So we already did this. I actually kind of like this, so I'm just gonna comment it out. So palindrome number, okay. So back. So no matter how you turn it, it's gonna be. So I'm gonna have a reversed right here. Then I'm gonna just get the number regularly, and then while n, I'm gonna say reversed. So if n greater than 9, because on the last digit, when we get to the last digit, we don't want to multiply by 10 because it's gonna give us a false number. So if n is greater than 9, we want to say reversed times equals 10, and then actually I think this should be after the, so we're gonna say reverse plus equals this, the digit, okay, then we're gonna say and divide equal 10, and then okay, that's n, yes. So if n is equal to reversed, we're gonna say we're gonna say count N is a palindrome. Else we're gonna say count N is not a palindrome. Okay. Simple as that. Simple as that. This is very simple stuff. This is very simple stuff. Okay, what the hecky? So 1 2 2 1 1. Okay, so something is not working. So reverse this. Then greater than 9 is not a 0. Wait, what? First plus equals and divide by 10, which is 0. So why did I get 0 here though? Okay, what? Okay, wait. Okay, so what in the first times equals 10. Okay, let's see what happens. What's happening here? Okay, so 5 511. Okay, I think I misspelled something somewhere. Reversed 0. Oh, okay, because that's because we divide n and it becomes 0. Where are you from? I'm from Eastern Europe, bro. Originally from Eastern Europe. Originally. Yeah. Where are you from? Where are you from? Okay, so I can just say like k equals n or something, and then I can use n, and then I can say, so we can say k like that or whatever. So this is a palindrome. Okay. Okay, we don't need this anymore. But why does it? Okay, that is a palindrome. That's also. What the heck? India. Where are you from in India? Okay, so let's try something that's not. That's not. Okay, that's not a palindrome. 1. That's not a palindrome. 1 should be though. And 0. Okay, and 1 2 3 1. Okay, and maybe last one, and maybe 2 5. 2555. Okay, that works. Okay, that's not a palindrome. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, so we did these. I did these, and now I'm gonna jump into these. I'm gonna jump into these. Okay. I'm gonna jump into these. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know that much. I don't know that much about India, but I'm a big fan of Indian chess players. I'm a big fan of Indian chess players, but I don't know that much about India. Okay, so we're gonna do. All right, guys, we're gonna be streaming for like about 10 more minutes. Okay, so this one is easy. Oh, it's an array. Okay, wait. So we're gonna get n. We're gonna get this of size n, and then I'm just gonna send this, and then I'm gonna do these. So I'm gonna sum this up, sum it up like a G, like a G6, like a G, and print that ish like a G2. So that's 5. Do it. Yo, 5 likes. Hey, thank you for 5 likes, bro. Thank you guys for 5 likes, man. Thank you guys for 5 likes. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the support, bro. I always appreciate the support. I always appreciate the support. Okay, so we got 4 something. Hold up, I think I messed it up a little. Okay, let's say we got then 1 and then 57 or something, and then 63 or whatever. So this is 120, and that's 34, so we are 154. Yeah, bro, chess was originated in. Yeah, okay, yeah, that I know. Uh, I know that chess. I know that chess originated from India. Yeah. Yo, I actually love playing chess. Does anybody in the chat play chess? Does anybody in the chat play chess? And if you do play chess, what is your elo? If you do play chess, tell me your chess elo. Yeah, find the largest. I mean, I'm gonna just have this again. I'm gonna have this again. And then we're gonna start from the first one. Then if array of I is greater than this, we're gonna do like this. Then that should be it. For 7193 47193. Narendra Modi. No, no, I don't know him. Just calling me 1100. Dang, what the hecky? Yo, bro, we got a grandmaster. We got a chess grandmaster in chat. Dang, dang, I didn't know y'all boys had it like that. That's crazy. 1100. What's this today? Computer science field. Hey, bro. 11th grade. I don't. I don't know how the. I don't know how you guys' education system works. So 11th grade, is that like high school, or are you Indian college? First book. Virat Kohli. Okay. Count even numbers. Hey, thank you guys so much for joining though. Like, we got a lot of people in chat today. Appreciate y'all boys, man. Love y'all. Love y'all boys. Love y'all boys. Count the even ones. Okay, then I'm just gonna have even wherever, even or whatever, and then I'm gonna do R of I and 1 and 1 and 1 is equal to 0. I'm just gonna do this again. So what are these? These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's 3. Okay. 1100 and bullet is wild. What the heck? How long have you been playing for? Yo, legend, how long have you been playing chess, bro? Give me some tips, man. But what's your code for the read? So my current rating is my rating is 781. My current rating is 781. That's my current rating. What is you guys' Code Forces rating, bro? What is the rating of everybody in chat on Code Forces? And also, like, how many problems on Code Forces have you solved in total? I mean, reverse, we have a reverse function, reverse an array. We have a reverse function. Let's test this with something else though. Let's do 4, and I'm not gonna put any even numbers in there. So let's put 5 again. Let's do 2, 5, 5 or something. Okay, what? 2, 2, 5. What the hecky? What the hecky? Oh, I'm starting from 1. Wait. I'm starting from 1. Oops. Okay. That's why. Okay, let's shoot it again. Shoot it again then. Okay. 2 years, but it's pretty low. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Pretty 2 years, man. That's like top. That's like top 80% or something like. Uh, what percent of chess.com players have rating 1100? Bro, you have a higher rating than 85 to 87% of all active accounts on the platform. Only about 13-15% of active players have a higher rating. Bro, that's such a high rating, man. That's a very high rating, bro. Okay, so what was it? Reverse an array. Okay, so I'm gonna. I mean, I could use the reverse function, but I guess I'm gonna do it like manually. I guess. So it's gonna be n minus 1, I greater equal to 0, I minus, and then just dot push back rel I, and we're gonna do original or something, and then in R, and we're gonna do reversed. Okay, I misspell. Hold up. Okay, hold up. Participate, stop participating. Oh, can connect time join PC and start pairing for list. Hey, my guy, welcome, bro. That's my guy, brother. What's up, brother, bro? What's up, brother? That's my boy. What's good? The Alchemist, do you work in the do you work the Alchemist, do you work as a developer? So let's do 4 1 2 3 4. Okay. It's my Codeforce account. Okay, you guys can check that out if you want. Glad to hear you're doing good, bro. Hey, did you participate in the Div 2 contest? Butter, did you participate in the Div 2 contest? In the edu? Did you participate in the educational contest on Code Forces that was like a couple of days ago? And if you did, how many problems were you able to solve? How many problems were you able to solve? Okay, so linear search. I don't need this. Let's say target is whatever. I'm gonna have found, and then I'm just gonna search then. Of I is equal to target found true. So if found dot target found else target oops not found. 2100? What? Bro, you guys are a bunch of geniuses, bro. Like what the hecky? 2100? What's that's like Grandmaster, right? Or like Legendary Master or something? I have learned C language. Is this enough? Are you asking for like data structures and algorithms? World can start a community. Maybe I'm gonna. I mean, maybe if you guys really want me to go for C++ for DSA. Yeah, I think C is a little too complicated for DSA in my opinion. I think C is a little too much for DSA in my opinion. I think C++ is much better. Okay. Oh, I actually gotta return. So what do we gotta do? Oh, we gotta return the index. So it's target. So we're gonna oops okay wait. It's gonna be just like index or something. So wait, I gotta see in the target too. Gotta see in the target too. Okay, that's 3. Plus plus basically on first book, which is the pre-university. Okay, pre-university. I mean, if you're starting that early, like you're probably what 17, 18. I started at like I started coding at like what 18, 19, and I didn't even take it seriously until like the past like year or so. Only tourist on Code Forces genius. I mean, bro, tourist is like so correct, it's crazy. Yeah, tourist is the ultimate goat. Yeah, 16. Yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah, if you're 16, so that's start as early as possible, like, uh, because it takes time to learn this stuff. So the sooner you start, the better. Do chemical engineering second semester. Should I go for coding? I think coding is like a very useful skill to have. So I don't know if you should change your major completely, but what I would recommend is learn to code in your free time. That's what I would recommend. Thank you, brother. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. You're welcome. No problem, bro. I got you, bro. I got you. No worries. No worries. Let's try something else. Let's try. Let's try whatever. Okay, let's try some that's not there. Okay, no, 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 no. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, brother. Hey, appreciate you, man. Thanks, thanks. You know, no problem, bro. No problem. I mean, hey, I hate to be that guy, but if there's anybody in the chat watching right now who hasn't subscribed, it would mean the world to me if you subscribe and like the stream. It would mean the world to me if you subscribe and like the stream. If you want to, of course. Second largest, okay. So. Okay, second largest. Okay, we don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. I mean, I'm gonna do this like first. I'm gonna do this with searching, and then I'm gonna do this with. I'm gonna do this with the function. I'm gonna do this with sorting. For real, I written than this. Than this, okay. So I mean we're guessing that all the elements are different. So I guess. So then we're gonna. So if array of I is greater than second largest, and it's less than this one, then there's gonna be this one. Bro, I think tourists started. I think tourists started like coding at 11 or 12 or something. I mean, if I started coding at 11 or 12, I would be freaking tourist by now as well. It takes time. It takes time. Okay, spreads on the can't. So I'm going to dinner now. What will be your next? Okay, yeah, sure, bro. You can shoot me a message and I'll get to you. Have a nice dinner. I stream every day. I stream every day at 5 p.m. EST. I stream every day, so let me pin this. That's when I stream. Okay. Have a nice dinner, bro. Okay, I think this is gonna be the last one for today because we've already been streaming for like an hour, So this is gonna be the last. This is the last one. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. 10, 5, 8, 20, 15. 5, 8, 20, 15. Okay. Let's try something else. 25, 7, 23, 1, 2. I don't. Yeah, whatever. Okay, largest 57 second, largest 33. Okay. Okay, bye, man. Nice to meet you. Hey, thanks to everybody who tuned in today and who was also nice because we had earlier some people tuned in which were not that nice. Uh, but you guys who tuned in at the last, but you guys who tuned in and who were nice, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in and liking and subscribing. And that's gonna be it for today, y'all. And I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Another day, another W. Another day, another W. Thanks for watching.